Welcome back to your Sportscast. The rumors are no bull. It is official. The Belleville Bulls are on their way to Hamilton at the beginning of next season. On this Friday, we caught up with a longtime Bulls follower and current Yahoo Sports editor Neate Sager on the telephone for his take on the latest Ontario Hockey League franchise relocation.
A lot of sadness and shock for me. I mean, we knew the Bulls' lease agreement was up and that things were probably going to come to a head at the end of this season, but there really hadn't been a lot about it in the media. And for myself personally, if you'll indulge me, I grew up, halfway between Kingston and Belleville near Napanee, Ontario, and the Bulls were a very familiar team to me from the time I started following the OHL as a kid almost 30 years ago. So we knew that, the situation with the Yardman Arena was kind of intractable, but to have it happen this quickly, and the team's only got 4 home games left in a regular season, maybe only 2 in the playoffs, it's very abrupt.
Will the OHL work in Hamilton this time around?
I think it will. I know people will keep reciting the litany of teams that have come and gone, Hamilton Fin Cups, Hamilton Steelhawks, Dukes of Hamilton, and so on and so forth, but that was a different era. I mean, they're talking 25 years ago. The OHL was a much better, business now. Michael Andlauer is also a really good owner, and I think that's going to be the critical difference this time. I think I don't have anything to cement this, but I think long term they'll probably look at building a more OHL suitable venue in the city, like right now First Ontario Center. I mean, most people probably still know is Cops Coliseum is probably a little big for the OHL's needs, but if they get their right-size venue and the right-size promotion, sure, it can definitely be a success this time.
Now, looking at the geography of teams, and keeping in mind the North Bay Battalion, is realignment in the future for the OHL?
Well, that's the thing. It's confusing because, I don't think anyone really wants to switch divisions. Teams really seem to get, cold feet about it. They worry about, losing, their familiar rivals. But it's really, looking at it from my vantage point as someone based in the eastern outpost of the league in Ottawa, to have Ottawa and Hamilton in the same division is, that certainly doesn't seem to make sense, especially when the Hamilton team will have Mississauga and Niagara, right close by, and they'll only be playing those teams 4 times a season as opposed to 6 or 8. That seems kind of illogical, but so late in the game, I think it was impossible to realign. I know a lot of people would love to see a true, North Division in the OHL, but there'd be a lot of travel involved with that, and I think the Barrie Colts have always been very, entrenched about playing in the Central and playing closer to Southern Ontario.
And speaking of the OHL, the North Bay Battalion, pair of games this weekend, first in Kingston and then in Belleville for one of the remaining home games. Both games are live on TV Coach Go.